Good morning. This morning, the six metro area fire departments are pleased to announce the receipt of two CGAP grants in the amount of $1,017,976 for two major response initiatives that we're working on together. The six metro departments that are comprised of Delhi, Delta, Meridian Townships, the cities of East Lansing and Lansing, were awarded the $793,167 for training and education, equipment response for active violence incidents, and $224,800 for Blue Card Incident Command training. For more than a decade, the Metro departments have been working collaboratively to provide services to our residents and the visitors in the Metro Lansing area. In 1999, it began with the formation of the Metro Lansing Hazmat and Technical Rescue Team. Since then and through the 2000s, the six agencies have expanded the collaborative services and went through the tough economic times in the mid to late 2000s. In 2011, the communities recognized in order to keep effective fire and rescue services and EMS and provide that to our citizens, that we were going to have to do some more collaboration and see how we could better share services to effectively provide the same level of service we had with decreasing economy and tax values and revenue. In 2011, we ramped up the shared services initiatives and talks and commissioned a study with some help from the Chamber of Commerce, LEAP, and Michigan Municipal League to do a shared services study that Plant Moran completed in June of 2012. The study looked at what the model might look like if all six agencies were merged as one, and other steps that we might take if a complete merger wasn't feasible to better share our services, contain cost, and maintain the high level of response that we had for our citizens. What came out of this study so far, and it's still ongoing, is the implementation of mutual aid box alarm system and automatic mutual aid. Prior to this, we had been doing mutual aid, which meant when an engine company got there or an ambulance got there, they could call for help, and then they responded at that time. In the MABUS system and the automatic mutual aid, at the time of dispatch, essentially the closest available units are sent. So what that might look like for Delta Township, a fire on Waverly Road would not only get the closest Delta engines, but would also get an engine from Lansing Township and the city of Lansing. And the idea is you get more resources to the scene quicker to control the incident. The other piece of the pie that we put into play was the implementation of Blue Card Incident Command System. That's in the beginning stages. Most of our officers in the six agencies have either started or completed it or will be soon. The Blue Card Incident Command System provides a platform that is similar across all agencies for operations and emergency scenes. So the incident commanders talk the same language, the firefighters and FEOs, fire engineer operators, talk the same language because we operate similar now, all six agencies do, but there's some intricacies that each agency uses that when you start going to other places you may or may not completely understand. So the Blue Card Incident Command makes that platform equal and level so we all operate on the same terminology. One of the other initiatives that we did was the implementation of the Joint Fire Investigation Team. What that does, it provides a network of trained and experienced fire investigators in all six agencies to ensure that all fires are investigated as needed. And the way that program works briefly is that each agency is responsible for investigating their own fires, but if they have multiple fires or an incident where they need help, there's a Metro Lansing partner that is on call every week, and they can call dispatch and have that person dispatched to help them. It also helps in the time that maybe somebody's off for medical reasons or injury leave, then we can cover each other with investigators. But it heightens the problem with that you have with fires and awareness and even arson issues, that we have a task force approach to fire investigation in the six communities now. I'm going to turn this over to Chief Brian Ball. He's going to talk for a few minutes and explain exactly what we're doing with the Blue Card grant, and then Chief Talaferro is going to explain what we're doing with the Active Violence Incident grant. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Clark. Morning. I'd like to take this time and thank the State of Michigan Department of Treasury with the intent to award the Metro Lansing area fire departments, specifically the townships of Delhi, Delta, Lansing, and Meridian, and the cities of East Lansing and Lansing, a competitive grant assistance program award in the amount of $224,800 for the training and development of the Metro Lansing Command Team. What this will do is educate, train, and certify current and future fire command officers in the Blue Card Command curriculum, which will increase the efficiency, decision-making, and safety in the everyday incidents that our fire departments respond to on a daily basis. These are the most common incidents that we respond to 99% of the time, every day. The Blue Card Command curriculum will allow our trainers to use the same fire command textbook to train and simulate fires in the virtual environment, allow the officers to make the critical life-saving decisions over and again in that same controlled virtual simulation environment. They'll be simulating fire command decisions with different officers from different fire departments to build that trust, that relationship across the jurisdictional borders. This will also standardize incident operations across the Metro Lansing area between mutual aid areas, shifts, and stations. This will allow the Metro Lansing area to expand its command officer training across the board and develop simulations using our cited target hazards and develop pre-incident plans and command teams that work. To be able to train together, work together, and bring the citizens of the Lansing metropolitan area the best and highly trained fire officers, no matter what the patch is on their arm or whatever decal is on the side of the truck. We're going to make the most of what we have to offer our citizens without duplicating resources. With that,
good morning, everyone. The 6 departments that are represented here, each with transporting EMS or emergency medical services capabilities, will form the nucleus of the Lansing Regional Active Violence and Active Shooter Incident Response Team. The fire departments have been working collaboratively to develop life-saving protocol that addresses an unfortunate emerging public safety threat, especially for pre-hospital responders. The CGAP grant will allow us to develop curriculum, train and equip our personnel, and to effectively manage incidents of this type. It is our hope that this preparation helps us to save lives and minimize the loss of life should it occur. We certainly hope that we never find ourselves in the unenviable position of having to respond to this type of incident. The Lansing area is home to many types of facilities that have been targeted in the past. This includes government buildings, universities, schools, malls, theaters, and other work sites. When fully developed, this team will work and respond across jurisdictional boundaries to manage the medical needs of a mass casualty incident involving an active shooter or active violence perpetrator. We hope to serve as a model that can be replicated throughout the state. Between the years 2000 and 2008, there was an average of 5 active shooter incidents per year. According to the Justice Center, that number has tripled since 2009. The FBI's Behavioral Threat Assessment Team, or Center, states that their requests for response has increased by nearly 200%. Specifically, the CGAP grant in the amount of $793,000 will be used to purchase specialized equipment for a medical AVI, we call it AVI-ASI response, develop foundational training modules that can be shared throughout the state so that the state can better prepare, facilitate training and implementation for Lansing metro area pre-hospital response. The project will eliminate redundant costs and expenditures that occur when each community tries to tackle these challenges by themselves. It will help us to have a regional approach to this significant growing problem. It will also ensure that we are capable and ready to meet the needs of our citizens and the services that our communities demand. We wish to thank the Department of Treasury, Governor Snyder, the mayor, the city manager, and our township supervisors for their support in this proposal that we think is very worthy. Selfishly, we hope and pray that this is a service that we never have to utilize. But in the event that it is necessary, we want to be at our very best. The outcome of this and the grants that have been awarded are a direct result and benefit of the continued collaboration that has occurred since the Plant Moran study. The fire departments have worked diligently and been meeting regularly with our administrators and supervisors to become operationally more and more alike. We believe this is something that will lead toward further consolidation, merger, or whatever the political will is of the communities that are involved. But at the very least, we will be better capable, better ready to respond for all of our residents. We thank you for coming out this afternoon. I'll turn it back over to Chief Clerk.
Thanks for coming. If there's any questions, we'll entertain those now from any of the chiefs. Thank you.